Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the Daily Scan for Friday, October 24th, 2014. All right, yesterday, jobless claims number was in line mostly, and manufacturing index slightly disappointing. However, the market shrugged all that off and marched upward. Today we have new home sales, and really that's it for today. Alright, let's take a look at what's going on across the big ponds. In Asia we're mixed, not markedly so. You might say flat. And in Europe we're pretty much bearish across the board, mildly so. Alright, moving on briskly. Let's take a look at the futures here, and we'll bring up the Big Four chart. Okay, so we're looking at a slight gap down this morning, and gold is up and oil is down. I paid $2.99 a gallon for gas yesterday, which made my heart flutter, I guess you might say. But here's the overnight action on the ES. Big dump here about 8 o'clock at night, which might be about the time that, I don't know what it would have to do with it, but the Ebola thing in New York, some doctor tested positive for it. I think we haven't been hearing much about Ebola lately, I think because of the shootings up in Canada. Which was in Ottawa, but if you're Al Sharpton, it was in Iowa. Okay, and we're looking at gold here. Had a rough day yesterday, but seems to be recovering a tad overnight. Oil, well, oil, here it is. I don't know what to say. And the VIX sank to 17 yesterday, but overnight it seems to be moving up a tad. All right. Let's jump right over to our A+ list. And what you're seeing here right now, Amazon had their earnings last night. It wasn't pretty at all. And we're looking at a possible 292 open this morning. If we take a look at the bid and the ask, actually we're looking at like a 280. Now we were looking also for a 24-point move in either direction, and that's where this 292 comes from here. We're actually looking at 281. So this line here, this would have been the $24 move. This one here shows that it was even more than that. So it was outside the market maker range. And if we had bought this November regular expiration 315 put, and I reset these, if you looked at the video that I put out yesterday on earnings play, which I originally called BIDU. I don't know where BIDU came from, but it was on Amazon. And I fixed all that, at least the cover stuff anyway. But the bad news is out there anyway. So, anyway, here we go. I would have paid $14 for it. Reset this later in the day. The IV has not changed yet. When we open this morning, it will change. And I'll try to capture that and have a short follow-up video regarding IV and what it does to you when you're doing these earnings plays. So we will talk about that later. All right. The rut position that I have here did not have a good day yesterday, and everything that I had set up to take a look at did not move at all in the direction that I was hoping they would move, so we didn't get any entry signals yesterday at all. Let's flip right over to the charts here, and we'll start out with Apple. Apple is continuing its march upward. That's a good thing, because I really do like to trade Apple, and I like it when it's in a nice strong trend. I was a little bit disappointed at the price action here, actually, since beginning of September. So this is almost 2 months now, and Apple's kind of been sleeping at the wheel for 2 months, but things are looking up now, but we still don't have any entry. Amazon, of course, we looked at that. So there's no directional trades on that, at least no momentum trades for us. Boeing, we had earnings here. They did pretty good, but didn't make the market very happy. BIDU, we have to wait a while for that one to settle down. BIDU is next week. We might do another earnings deal on that one. And that would be just simply buying a straight put or a call, and probably with that November expiration, just to get away from the volatility. Chipotle, they had their earnings, and they are in the basement here. Although $610 a share is not, I wouldn't call it in the basement, but it sort of is. So what are we going to do here? Is there a play at this time? Are we? No, we're not. We're not really. I thought I changed this color here. Anyway, looks like we are going to continue this downtrend. So, in anticipation of that, I would be looking for a 50 delta up here once stochastic moves up. Costco, we have a new high here. Well, that's interesting. Of course, this play is not a valid play anymore, so we are going to remove that one, and we're looking for a 50 delta down here sometime in the future. The Dow came up, and actually, wow, this isn't here. This line reappeared again. Actually came up here and touched it. And if what we're looking at over here for the futures means that it might just like pull back a tad today. So this particular resistance appears to be holding out for right now. Gold. Gold has sunk. So, we are looking to do a 20 delta on gold for today. And of course, that would be with next week's expiration, or actually I may go out 2 weeks depending on where I can get a price here. So let's take a look. Next week is right here. 20 delta on the put side would give us delta 21, about 116. Would I be happy with a 116? I might be. It's almost at the low here. What if we go out another week to November 1? There's not that. That doesn't really give us all that much more. It just gives another 50 cents. And you have to wait another week. So probably Oct 5, Nov 1 or Oct 5. We'll do Oct 5 if we were to do something today. All right. Google. Google has moved up here into our setup area, and this would be for the second day because they were in there yesterday. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, about midway in this candle, I'm going to throw an alert on here. And the reason why this is not alertable, I have to make a differentiation about that. This is just a wake up, Jeff. You may have a trade here if it pulls back, and if it pulls back, we may get the hook that we're looking for on both the stochastic and the MACD to get in with a 50 delta, and I might do it for today. I don't know. It all depends on what price I can get. Otherwise, it'd have to be next week, and you know me, I don't like to hold over weekends. So, and this would be, you know, if it makes the move, I think you have to do this one early. So if this alert goes off, contrary to my rules, if this alert goes off at 9:30 this morning, I may just be jumping on this thing. All right. Let's move on. LinkedIn. We have earnings coming up, so I'm just going to avoid that for right now. NDX. Yeah, we're lining up here. I'm going to move this alert up. I'll do it over on this chart so I can see it better. Yeah, about, I might go about mid, no, alright, start over again here. Let's do it right at the open from yesterday. What's going on here? Why can I not grab this thing? Can I grab it over here? Yeah. I don't know why I can't grab it over there. Okay. Can I grab it now? Yeah, I would be able to. Huh. Weird. Netflix. Netflix marching on up. I don't know, we might end up with a trend change here. This is definitely not 50 delta eligible anymore. I would make it a 20 delta, and we'll just kind of keep an eye on it. The reason why I'm changing it to a 20 delta is this little hook back up here. So I don't want to take that kind of risk. I don't think the momentum is there for a 50. So we're going to look at a 20 for that particular underlying. And let's move this alert up here. Yeah, below the open. A little bit below the open. There we go. And we'll see if that one triggers. So Netflix, write them down here for a 20 delta. Bear call type. Next is Priceline. Priceline, we didn't get our confirmation. And our 50 delta is definitely out of the picture, so take that one out. 20 delta is still, I don't want to do this because of the earnings out here. IV is going to be increasing. I'm taking a pass on it. I'm removing it. Yeah, IV is going to kill us. Increase in IV is going to kill us on a spread, so we're going to take a pass on that. Russell, what are you doing to me today, Rut? It's probably going to open down because we're looking at maybe as much as down 3 at the open. So we're okay there. We're just hanging in there. Do we want to add 2? No, we don't want to add 2. So we're all right there. SPX. There, these drawings are showing back up again. Remove old drawings. Yeah, let's remove old drawings. Oh. There. Okay, looks like it's cleaned up for now. I'll go up here and I can save it and they'll still come back. Alright, what are we looking at here for SPX? We're into our second day but we're not getting confirmation. I said that we were looking at a bull put here on SPX versus a bear call on RUT, because I said my sentiment had changed, but I'm not sure that that's correct. I was going to keep an eye on this. I'm not going to do anything with SPX today. Tesla, you. All right, Tesla, still looking at a 50 delta. I think this is getting a tad long in the tooth. We got confirmation here. And fortunately, I did not pull the trigger. And now we have earnings coming up. So let's stay away from this one for now. I will continue to leave this alert up here, but I'm not going to trade it. I might trade their earnings, though. All right, Visa. Yeah, what the heck's with all these double targets here? Earnings coming up. Not interested. I'm going to take this alert off of here. And that's it for today, for Friday. Slightly shorter than what they had been this week. That's a good thing. So everybody enjoy your weekend. Have a great day. Thanks for watching and happy trading.